Hello, everyone. Welcome back to another podcast. This is Factsmart Cafe Casey, and I'm Odwin.
I'm Jen.
I'm Roselle.
I'm Ace.
And today we have a special guest. We have Bernadette Kawilan.
Hello, everyone. I am Bernadette Kawilan, and I help businesses dominate their market and supercharge their sales with the help of Facebook and Instagram ads. But if you want to grow your sales organically, then I can also assist you with the power of organic social media marketing. Hello.
Thanks for joining us today.
Thank
So
you.
we have some questions for, we call her BERNZ. We have some questions for BERNZ about, social media marketing. And I think this will be really helpful for small businesses out there. So yeah, hit it off, Roselle.
Yeah. So we do understand that nowadays marketing is very different. They're using a lot of social media. So, Burns, in your experience, how as business owners, how are we going to increase our social media presence using Facebook and Instagram?
First, be present in the social media platforms where your audience, your target audience are hanging out, and basically offer to them value posts that appeal to their challenges, desires, or fears. And you should find ways to meet different types of audiences. I mean, audiences in different levels of awareness with a specific offer. Post frequently and schedule smarter, of course. Another thing I can suggest is, since humans are visual creatures, then depending on your niche, you should find a way to present your products or services in the most visually appealing or scroll stopping way possible. Because if not, then maybe they won't even notice that your brand is existing, even though you post frequently and such.
Mm. So you mentioned that we have to post frequently. So how frequent? So is it once a day, twice a day,
Okay.
and is there a particular time?
Yeah. So for the frequent for how frequent you should post, you should it depends on the market that you belong. Some industries are very competitive, that you have to post 1 to 3 times up to 3 times per day. But
Yep.
for small businesses in general, posting one content per day should be enough. Just make sure to post in different platforms, and you don't need to create specific content for each platform. You could make one long form content, then repurpose it into short form content for Instagram, then even just choose a photo of it and post it in Facebook. That's it, and you're all good. And maybe you could cut into parts the long form content and post it also in TikTok. Then post the long form content on YouTube. Then you're all good to go.
Makes sense.
As for scheduling your content, there are a lot of suggestions you can find online depending on the most active time people in your place are the people in your country engaged in specific social media platforms. But I personally recommend that you do testing yourself, because that's your audience, and the best way to know when they are the most active in engaging in your brand is um, to see and look back in their past engagements.
I could
So
really
does
see
it
that
mean that if they don't like the post, that there's no engagement,
Um,
or not necessarily?
not necessarily. Some people just don't like hitting the like button or commenting, but they actually love what they're seeing. There are a
Mm-hmm.
lot of people like that.
Yeah.
That's why, yeah, that's why you should, aside from creating good content, you should also include a CTA or a call to action, so that people would know actually how to engage. Make it simple for them, so um, it would be no brainer for them to engage with your brand.
so I should not
Very
get
good.
hurt when people don't like our post.
Yes, yes. What's important
See,
is
I'm
they're
already.
seeing it.
Right.
Okay, next time I won't be worried if no one like my post because I know they notice.
And I think it's a good mindset to have then, no? Doing social media posts as if you're planting seeds. You won't
Yeah,
necessarily gain overnight results, but you're
yeah,
confident that you're building that you're growing your brand consistently, and I think that's the more important thing for me.
So I could see that there's really no one size fits all strategy on how to market, and I think that's the reason why it's important that as business owners, it's actually a good investment to be engaging with a marketing specialist
Yeah.
because at least we just know whom to target, and then have strategies on how frequent to post, what time to post, and what to post. So that's a really good tip there.
So when people ask you, Burns, because most people with small businesses would say, "Oh, it's so expensive. I can't really afford it." How do you normally counteract that? How do you sell your services and let them know that it's important to have, social media marketing?
Well, I think the most important thing here is that you should know where they are coming from, because an investment is never too costly if you know that it could offer you a huge value in return. So in response to that, I make sure to specifically list the things I should do and the returns I can give to them. And if they have additional objections, then I deal with them with curiosity, because resistance is a show of interest too.
yeah.
So
Definitely.
yeah, that
Yeah.
actually excites me, but it's kind of scary sometimes.
You love challenge. I can see that.
I like it. I like it.
Yeah. Go, Rizal.
So Birds, so are you able to measure how much of the marketing are converted to sales?
I just follow on a benchmark depending on the industry, but I don't really have fixed percentage for the
That's
conversion. It also depends on the earning with my setups with the client. So yeah, you can't really say if 10% is enough or 4% is enough.
Just going back to you first, I'm just really curious because during our time, we don't have any like social media marketing in universities, in college. We don't have any of those courses, or Facebook doesn't exist, Instagram doesn't exist during our time. So what led you to doing this career? What did you take up in college, in university, and yeah, why did you choose this path?
Well, just to set things straight, I'm still in my and I'm still doing my undergrad studies. And my
Oh,
Right.
course
wow.
is totally not related to what I am doing
What?
right now. Yes, I'm taking up
You're very fast.
statistics right now. So it could be I could
Mm,
find a way to relate,
yeah.
but it's actually not related. So um, I started in doing social media marketing, not knowing that I am actually doing social media marketing. Parang the client said, just post something. Just think about what to
Yeah,
post for a brand. Okay, I'll work on it. I never really knew what I was doing back then. It was actually parang, um, a year or two that I began to have a direction on um, what I can
mm.
offer and what I'm actually doing. That's it.
Nice. And how long have you been in this business for?
In the freelancing industry, I've been wandering around here for about 4 years already. But I have
Mm,
started to focus on growing my own freelancing business actually just this
Mm.
year. Yeah. Because in the past I
Mm.
treated freelancing or doing social media marketing as if it's a side gig, but you should actually treat freelancing as how you would treat any other type of business, because this is actually a business. You offer value to your clients and you get value in return. Yeah.
yeah, definitely. Yeah.
So would you say you're more
Very
passionate
interesting.
doing this, Burns?
Yes, especially when I have started to position myself not as an employee but a partner of my clients, because in that way, parang it comes natural to you to come from a place of help. Na ano, parang
You,
it's not just
you,
about doing the things you're told to do. It's about taking the initiative to help where you think you can help, even if
Yeah.
that means going the extra mile. Yeah,
So
It's
that
not all
has
about
more
the money.
ownership.
yeah.
Any tips that you can give for business owners in terms
Well,
ooh,
in terms
okay.
of social media marketing?
Um, so I have three here tips they can use to improve their sales, because you're not doing social media marketing just to have a mere presence online, right? So, okay. So first things first, um, before actually doing social media marketing, I suggest them to consider if their offer is okay. I mean, people don't buy your product or service for what it is. Rather, what they are so willing to spend their money for is the transformation or the value you can give to them using your product or service. So you should first check that. And you should also consider, is your product market fit okay? Meaning, are you offering the right product to the right market? Because really, you can sell anything at a premium if you are doing this. Yeah. So if that's okay, that's settled, then of course do organic social media marketing, so just to validate if your product is selling and to grow your followers as well. And the next step is, of course, my favorite one, do paid ads. Test, then scale aggressively once your offer and product market is fixed, or once you have already validated, as I said, that your product is actually selling. Because as soon as you have the numbers, like the conversion rate of your website, your average order sales value, then all that's important. I'm talking about for e-commerce businesses here. When you already have those numbers, then you can set any target sales that you can think of. And as long as you're willing to put
mm,
in the investment for the paid ads, to bring the traffic needed to your website and convert them into purchase, then you can definitely hit the target sales. I mean, it's all set for you as long as you know how to use the tools and such. Yeah. But it takes time. The testing takes time. I think I usually do it for a month to just see what creatives, what contents, and what offer actually appeals to your target audience or to their target audience. Yeah. And lastly, this is outside social media as well, no? Parang I'm talking not from a place of social media marketing specialist alone, but as a marketing consultant. You should check your funnel. Where are you bringing your traffic? Make sure that your website and landing pages are optimized, because it's like wasting your money spending on paid ads, bringing lots of cold traffic only to be wasted when the moment they visited your website, because they don't know what's
mm,
happening there. Yeah, that's
mm.
all.
Wow. It,
I
it,
like it.
it sounds
So
quite, it sounds easy. But very difficult. So,
I already learned a lot. Okay, so use the ads. Okay, and
Yeah.
it's really effective. Okay.
Yeah.
And that's why, you charge that money because it takes a lot of time, and for people who got a full-time job and then have this small business, they won't really have time to do posts like 3 times a day.
Yeah,
It's so hard
you'll be stuck
to
in the
think of
screen.
contents if you're not that creative anyway, and those technicalities as well. It really does pay off to hire a professional to optimize your business. And do you think with the marketing burns, how many months do you think you should like look after, like, as for example, a small business? How many months do you think they should stay with a marketing person like you?
Well, for if they're interested in growing their sales continuously, then I recommend them staying with their marketing strategist as long as they could, because trends always change. Facebook always says new rules, and um, um, it's like constantly catching up to something. So if they don't have time to deal with these things in the first place, then it would benefit them best to stay with their marketing strategist. And it's not like your business goals ends naman, parang it's continuous, right? You're always looking for ways to grow. So as long as you're looking for ways to grow, then you should stay with someone who can help you reach those goals.
Sounds good.
That's really good, and that's what Factsmart is all about. It's really helping, small businesses grow the same way as we have accountants to help us strategize with our tax and how to maximize, how to be efficient with our tax. It's the same way with our marketing as well. We need someone who can help us strategize. So that's really good. That's a good insight to have someone in the team.
We have connections, so help their business grow. So yeah.
BERNZ, is digital marketing only for businesses who have websites already? What about businesses who doesn't have a know-how?
Pursuing digital marketing actually has no restrictions. If you want to build your digital marketing presence now, then you might just as well start. It doesn't matter if you have no website yet. A lot of businesses continue to grow with social media alone, even without website. So there's really no prerequisites. Just start now if you're really willing to, build your authority online and dominate your market. And you can actually try different ways, because digital marketing is like an umbrella term for a number of strategies and platforms you can use to grow your business. Social media marketing is just one of them. You can also do SEO and with video marketing and stuff.
And does the number of followers matter too much with our Instagram and Facebook accounts?
Well, I believe that it's really just for vanity metrics. But
Just for all.
in a way, it also
Thank you.
helps.
Not that much.
But in a way, it also helps building authority. So, because people don't really use Google now when they're looking for a brand or a business to check out if they're doing okay. They visit their social media pages, and having at least for my paid ads client, I require them to have at least 1,000 followers, just to build confidence to the traffic we're bringing in, that this is a legitimate business who have followers to support them, and followers who believe in what they have to offer. Yeah.
So how do you get 1,000 followers?
Well, organically,
Without
Without paying.
without pay. Well,
I don't
organically,
have much relatives. That
okay, that's a problem.
you gotta buy.
Well, growing followers organically, you just really have to first pinpoint who is your market. Then once you have already done that, then you really have to just understand them, what appeals to them, as I've said earlier, what are their challenges, desires, or fears, and just revolve your content around these things. And they will just naturally gravitate towards you when you have these things set. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if you don't have a lot of relatives.
And what are your thoughts around the follow to follow? Is it,
Follow to
what do you
follow.
call it? Follow to follow, yeah.
That's like
So like
Yeah.
when you follow an account, then follow these 10 other accounts, and they'll follow you. And is it sustainable, do you think?
you'll follow
Yeah.
everyone.
It's a good strategy, especially for those who are yet to build their followings, who are yet to build their social media presence. But it's not it's not something you can rely on over a long time. Just you really have to focus on your market, really, because these people, once they start to see that what you post doesn't really resonate with them, then they will probably leave in no time. Yeah, so that's
So
good
is it
if
like
you're
quantity,
starting.
quantity versus quality?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What are your, so you have to nurture your audience. So
Uh,
before, you know your audience as first, and then you nurture it, and then how do you get the lead? Like what you're saying, how to find the niche or find where your product or the brand's influence is. So how do you help businesses in social media?
how do I help them find
Their niche or whatever your how do you market this product?
Target market.
Like
how do I help them find their target market?
correct.
Well, basically, they should already have a knowledge or at least an idea of who their target market is. But if they don't have yet, and if they have already been in the business for some time, then we can just look at the data. Who are the people that are buying? Who are the people buying from you? Let's find the pattern in their demographics, and then let's target them. And let's look at what you have to offer. As I said earlier, we must have a product market fit. Who will benefit the most with your offer? Yeah, that's
So
how
you do
you
a research of the audience as well as part of your service.
a thorough research.
Wow.
Wow.
To research your market. So I can't just open hair care products and shampoo and selling to the middle-aged bald men. Something like that.
And don't make sense.
It does
Just
really
being
require a
hypothetical.
lot of time. So that's
What if I'm just selling a food, like a local food? Will I still know social media? I mean, do I still need the social media?
Oh
Well,
yeah.
social media will actually help you tell the people that you actually
Right.
exist.
That's right.
And if this is especially good if you're in near very busy location,
That's right.
because when people go there, they won't look for a place they can eat because they have already seen you online and they've
Right.
so long waited to try out your food. So it actually benefits you a lot. Being present online helps a lot.
Nice.
that's what I'm going to do
Question.
after this. I've been seeing a lot of I've been browsing a lot on social media, and now I'm craving food.
Yeah, that's their magic.
So it's not enough to send flyers, email, SMS. So you have to have a presence in social media.
Yeah.
That's why
Yeah.
when I go to shops, people are queuing up, and I don't know why they're queuing up. So probably they have social media presence, like what you
Yeah.
said.
Yeah. Well,
The question.
Yeah. When she's ready.
the traditional advertising still works, but it's actually a long and painful process. So if you have a lot of competitors around and they're all doing social media, then best of luck. Yeah.
You're very good, Bernadette.
Staying on that note, if we see food advertisements pop up on your social media, is it also part of your service doing targeted ads based on their location?
Yeah.
Because if I'm just serving this area, regional or metropolitan or whatever, for example, in Melbourne, are you able to do that? Or is the ads targeting everyone, all of my friends? Or
Okay, that's really the beautiful thing about ads. You can target the right audience even at the right time. So, and targeting them, you can also target them based on your business framework. So, if you're a local store and you only want to target people around this certain radius, then you can do that. Yeah.
Okay.
There are different ways to actually target your audience. For example, if you want to target if you sell coffee and you really have the budget and you want to target those who already follow Starbucks, then you can also do that. Yeah.
Mm,
Wow.
that's amazing.
good to know.
It's actually scary
I didn't
sometimes how
know.
targeted,
That's a learning curve here, Bern.
but it works.
I
It
might.
really works.
Wow, that's amazing.
Join us again next week for part 2 of our podcast with BERNZ, our Facebook and Instagram ads strategist. See you next week. Bye.